Hello! Hey! I'm so glad you're here. Feel free to pull up a chair and let's go ahead and hop right in to season 1, episode 3 of Recounting the Tale of the Flavor of Love. Thank you so much for coming back, you guys. I can't believe we're already on episode 3 of this season. So much has already happened and we're not even halfway through. We are left down now to 10 girls. We have Red Oyster, New York, Smiley, Goldie, Pumpkin, Sirius, Sweetie, Hottie, and Peaches. Our sweet little Peaches. We love her. Before I start the video, I would just like to address one thing. Yes, my hair is green. Thank you so much for noticing. If you follow me on TikTok or you follow me on Instagram, there's that trend going around right now that's like, I don't have colorful hair now, but there once was a time. And low-key, that made me really sad. It made me really miss my colored hair. So here we are. Cool. Thanks. If you want to check out any of my other content, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and literally any place else at Her Name Is Gabby. Great. Now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and hop right in. We open up on Smiley, New York, Sweetie, and Oyster all sitting outside taking a morning smoke break to start off this episode. They're all talking about what they would do to be with Flav. And Hottie drops this out-of-pocket line. She says, I will steal and cut a bitch's clothes if that's what it takes for Flav to notice me. Because this is a competition, which, like, savage, okay, but that rubs like a lot of the girls the wrong way. They obviously don't like to hear that. I don't think anyone would like to hear that, considering they don't know each other. I'm living with you, you're a stranger to me. Really weird thing to say. The girls are starting to not like Hottie, especially after everything that went down last night with Miss Latin. People are starting to feel like Hottie set up Oyster to do her dirty work for her. In fact, Hottie's the one who gathered all of the information, passed all of it on to Oyster, and then she said she wasn't going to do anything about it. She wasn't going to talk to Flav. She wasn't going to do anything. So obviously Oyster kind of took things into her own hands, and now Flav sees her as the queen rat. That'll come back later. Girls go inside to join the rest of the cast for breakfast, and in walks Big Rick with a silver platter and a cloche for all of the girls to open with a flavogram inside. Once they open up the flavogram, we can see that it is a group date invite for Oyster, Hottie, New York, Peaches, and Sweetie. Now, the only clue that they get for this date is that they'll be meeting some old friends of Flav's. So all the girls immediately start freaking out and they're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be Chuck D! Which I think is really funny. That's the other guy from Public Enemy that's really famous for all of my I don't want to date anybody. So they all get ready to go on this date. All the girls are freaking out. I love this little clip from Sweetie where she's like, it could be the Clintons. Such a sign of the time. Absolutely hilarious, honestly. She was totally one of those kids who watched Bill Clinton play the saxophone on national TV. It was like, I'm cool, I'm a harmless old man, I'm just like you, or whatever John Mulaney says.
Like, hey, I can't do nothing to nobody no more, you know? Oh, me, I'm just an old man, I don't have the appetites, you know?
So all the girls get super excited, they all get dressed and come downstairs. We get this beautiful little shot of their early 2000s fashion, and everyone gets loaded up in the limo and they're off. And finally, Flav tells them what his hint means. He reveals to them that today they will all be going to an old folks home. Yay! To hang out with all the old people. And he specifically says that he is doing this because he's old. And eventually one day, if he picks one of these women who are all like 15 years younger than him, they're going to have to be his caretaker. Hot. Sexy. I love thinking about my future partner in Depends. Didn't think I could do that, to be 100% honest. Right as they pull up to the senior center, New York can see it out the window, and she gives us this golden clip.
Going to a senior citizen home, I thought I looked great and I wasted my outfit.
Girl, I feel you. You were so real for that. You're so real for that because same. So all the girls walk into the community center, and immediately Peaches, Oyster, Sweetie, and Hottie are just taking to the old people. They love it. I really have to give a shout out though to Sweetie and Oyster, because they have made like little old lady besties within like the first 5 minutes of them being there. And I love that. If old people like you, you're a good soul. That's just a fact. Same with babies and dogs. So if those three dynamics of people don't like you, I also wouldn't trust you. I totally get where Flav is coming from with this. Peaches sits down next to this old lady and she immediately asks Peaches for a foot rub, and Peaches is a great sport about it. She's like, yeah, sure. We get a shot of them in the gymnasium, all line dancing, and all the little old ladies love Oyster. They think she's so cute. They're smacking her on the booty. It's absolutely adorable. And Sweetie, oh my gosh. She really takes one for the team. This old lady walks up to New York and says, can you help me put my dentures back in?
Could you help me get my teeth in?
Okay, sure. I can.
And New York literally looks like she's about to fall over dead. She could never. That's not her prerogative, which obviously, look at her. She doesn't look like she likes kids, animals, or old people. So we see Sweetie come swoop in and do what New York cannot, and she pops those dentures back in.
Will you help me put my teeth in? Oh, did I go backwards? Let me see.
For that old lady, and that's snaps for you, boo. Snaps for you. We also get this hilarious shot of Peaches wearing these pipe cleaner glasses that she made, which I think is so funny. And about halfway through this activity, New York says she needs a smoke break. And she steps outside and she is not having it. She is not having a good time at all. And Flav sees this. Flav is watching everything live. He's seeing all of these girls interact with these old people. And he sees New York outside taking a smoke break, and he hops out of the limo and is literally like, girl, I can see you.
Yo, New York. Yo, what you doing out here? Get back in there, girl. Come on, man. I'm watching you right now.
She's like, oh, hey, sweetie. And proceeds to die inside again on live national television.
All right, baby girl.
At the end of the date, we get all the girls lined up, and Flav gives them some praise for their hard work and fun-loving spirits for hanging out with these old people and being such good sports about it. And he awards the date to Sweetie. And she deserves it. She deserves it. She literally had her fingers in some old lady's mouth. She's earned it. So immediately after Flav takes everybody home, him and Sweetie get ready to leave for their date. And we get this really funny clip of Sweetie.
One for the road.
She's got a spritz for everything, if you know what I mean. And they get in the limo, and Flav is really hyping up this place that he's taking her to. He's like, it's the best. I love this place ever since I was young. It's amazing. I'm a seafood lover. I'm gonna take you to have some of the best seafood in LA. And they pull up to the beautiful red neon sign that says,
This is one of my favorite places.
I was like, Red Lobster.
Red Lobster. I don't think that's what Sweetie was expecting. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But hey, this is Flav's show, and Flav likes Red Lobster. So they sit down and they start eating, and man, this man can eat. Wow, he's like a human vacuum cleaner. Now, while Flav and Sweetie are out of the house, all the other girls honestly are having this really nice bonding moment where they're all dancing and getting down to their favorite songs, and they all decide that they need to teach Pumpkin how to twerk because she just cannot. She's really struggling, but it's so cute. Like, this is peak girlhood, and this is This is why I think places like LA are so special, just because you do have so many transplants from all these different places around America coming together to kind of just share cultures. My favorite part of the night has to be this.
They're like, you are an OG, and I was like, Olive Garden? Like, I don't know what OG stands for, you know? And they started busting up, they're like, Olive Garden? They're like, oh, she's so white.
We cut back to Sweetie and Flav's date, and I really cannot tell if Sweetie is enjoying herself, or maybe she's just nervous, or she wasn't expecting this, and she's really trying to be a good sport about it, really trying to be positive and happy. So I'll give her that. Now we get to the end of Sweetie and Flav's date, and she says to him that she doesn't kiss or do anything on the first date, which, you know, to each their own. I mean, it is a competition show, so there is no guaranteeing that the other girls won't. So there's that. I don't know how I feel about that. Would I say she can do whatever she wants from like a me supporting girls standpoint? Yes, but competitive Gabby, game show Gabby is like, what are you doing? You're screwing this up for yourself. Get your head in the game and make out with that man. There's nothing wrong with a kiss. You don't have to do anything else. And that's very heavily what she implies, that she won't do anything else until it's earned. So, but Flav says he likes girls that he does and doesn't have to chase.
I like girls that's a challenge, but I like easy ones too. That ain't a challenge.
So, you know, who's to say? Who's to say? We then cut back to the girls back at the house, and things in a very short amount of time have taken a turn for the worst. We see New York has gathered some of the girls in her room to speak about what Hottie said earlier in the day, that she would be willing to lie and cheat and cut up people's clothes and hide things if it means that she's gonna look the best and have the biggest advantage when it comes to Flav noticing her. And New York's jacket just happened to go missing that day. So she decides, with the other girls as her backup, that she is going to confront Hottie. So they go into Hottie's room, and she literally just got out of the shower. And she is very confused and slightly ambushed by what's going on. And I get it, I wouldn't expect it either. But after you said what you said earlier that day, I wouldn't be shocked that girls were coming to you as soon as they had something go missing. Duh. And Hottie is not taking it well. She does not like being called a thief. She basically says,
if I'd taken her jacket, I would have said, yes, I took your jacket.
which is an interesting defense. But they start screaming at each other. Pumpkin is now kind of New York's like number 2. They've been hanging out the whole night, which is quite the turn of events from a few days prior. And in the middle of the heat of this argument, Hottie looks at New York and says,
You guys are just jealous because all of my friends that know me tell me that I remind them of Beyonce. So you can.
why did you say that? Why did you say that? It's not helping your case, and you don't look like Beyonce. Why would you say that? Ah! And that's kind of the end of that. Flav takes Sweetie home, and we get this really cute clip of them cuddling in the limo, which is pretty adorable. After everyone gets done laughing about the Beyonce comment, we then get New York telling her that she looks like Luther Von Braun. And then Goldie, the sweetest person in the whole house.
I think Hottie is 2 chocolate chips short of a cookie.
I wouldn't say that Hottie is in very good standings right now. The next day, the girls receive another flavogram, and as they open up the cloche, they read it aloud and find out that the other remaining girls would now be going on a group date with Flav. So today, Pumpkin, Goldie, Hoops, Smiley, and Sirius are all going to be doing something similar to what the women the day previously did, but the only clue that they have is that it's a birthday party. That's it. That's their only clue. And as they get into the limo with Flav and start driving, they pull up to a public park with a bouncy castle. And Flav lets them know that all 5 of the women have been hired to host a child's birthday party. Okay, I would have rather taken the old people. Just saying. These kids are so unwell behaved. obviously, MTV is not going to set you up with well-behaved children. Duh. But they are going buck wild. There's eggs being thrown, there's cake being shoved in people's faces, they're face painting on each other, they're running around, everyone's taking their shoes off, they're in the bouncy castle. It's a lot. And, you know, some of the girls are thriving, and some of the girls are not.
Crying. I was just thinking, shut this baby up.
Don't eat any more junk food and soda.
I wish I didn't wear that outfit, that's for sure.
We got a lot of throw up on this show. I can totally feel what he's going through.
After the 4 hours of them hosting this birthday party, Flav comes out and again gives some really nice comments to the women, basically saying that Sirius and Goldie were the kids' two favorites. The kids obviously just loved them, which this really makes Pumpkin sad because Pumpkin's like, I'm a substitute teacher and a cheerleading coach. I love kids. What do you mean the kids didn't like me? And honestly, lady, it's the people who try the hardest that the kids don't like. Take it from someone who worked in Parks and Rec for 4 years. Just call me Leslie No. So, Sirius has won the date with Flav, and Flav lets her know that they're gonna hit the most romantic spot in town. The backyard. He takes her hand and leads her out into the backyard, and we can see this tent set up with these beautiful pillows out on the ground and romantic lighting, and it is cute. It is really cute. But let me tell you, they have about as much chemistry as an English degree.
23. All right, I'm 46. Can you see yourself physically attracted to me?
I think I'm already a little bit physically attracted to you.
Honestly, for real, or are you just saying that just to make somebody feel good?
I mean, I think you've realized by this time that I'm pretty much not the one that's pretty much just telling you what I feel like you want to hear. Pretty much.
They are not, more than anything, Sirius is not feeling Flav, and we can tell. She talks about her modeling, she talks about how great Flav is, and then basically doesn't talk about anything else, and it's really weird. Now, while she's on this date, Sweetie is sweating. She's sitting in bed wondering if she made a mistake, if Sirius is gonna sleep with Flavor Flav tonight, and she is asking all the other girls if they would have slept with him. And of course, everyone else is saying, yes, this is a competition to win this man's love, and the only thing that you have to like impress him is you. So yeah, all the other girls are gonna sleep with him. Sorry, sweetie. Like, I think they made that decision before they showed up on the show. I don't think you did. So she's sweating. The date with Sirius is not going well, and Flav walks her back home. And as he walks her back home, aka back to her room upstairs, Pumpkin intervenes and grabs Flav and basically lets him know that she's really disappointed that he didn't get a chance to see how good she is with kids, and that she wants him to know that that is not the best example of the kind of person she is around children after today, and that she wishes more than anything she could have gone on this date with him to prove to him how much she likes kids and how much she cares about him. And he basically says, prove it. And they start making out literally right in front of Sirius. Messy. So Sweetie sees. Then we watch Oyster get summoned to Flava Flav's bedroom, and he kind of does his queen rat check-in with her, and she asks Flav, can you tell who's really here for you yet? Because I need to let you know that Sirius is not so serious about the relationship that's going on here. And Flav says, I appreciate it, and I completely agree with you. And we cut to the elimination ceremony, and everybody is a-sweating because this is the first time that your name could very well be on the chopping block. There's only 10 of you, and by the end of the night, there will be 8. Outfit check. And outfit check. First pick of the evening, Oyster. Obviously. Then he picks Sweetie. She makes his butt cheek comment.
I was like squeezing my butt cheeks together like so tight. I thought they were gonna fall off when I finally got my name called and they relieved me.
He then picks Pumpkin. She's psyched. New York is pissed. She doesn't see what Flav sees in Pumpkin, even though they were just having that little like girly pop moment the other night where they were like teaching Pumpkin how to twerk. I guess she forgot about that. We then get Smiley, and it's at this point that we can tell that Flav is wasted, like super wasted for this entire scene. He's very drunk. Goldie, I've been digging Goldie more and more. She's great. I love her. I love her. Hottie is in. Woo. New York is in. Oof. And last but not least, Hoops is in. And Hoops is so pretty. I would love to get to know her more on this show. Going home is Sirius and Peaches. We then get this beautiful clip of Flav just being super sincere. So, point of inspiration for Flav. And Sirius and Peaches both cry, even though Sirius wasn't that serious. But Peaches, I feel like Peaches was really here for Flav. Like, she was actually really into him. So sad to see her go. Wish I could hear more of that funny little song she wrote about Flavor Flav, but whatever. Still in, we have Goldie, Sweetie, Oyster, Smiley, New York, and Pumpkin, and Hottie, and Hoops. Yeah. That is all I have for you this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like the girls who went home didn't quite deserve it, leave me a comment down below. And if you feel like you know who's gonna get kicked out on the next one, feel free to leave that down in the bottom too with your little theory. I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check me out on any other social medias or on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to music, you can find me everywhere at hernameis.gabby. Just like it says here on the screen. So thank you very much. I love you guys. And yeah, c'est la vie. I don't actually know if that means goodbye. Ciao. Bye.